Today we're talking about my favorite iPhone apps that I use to stay productive in my business. If you're new here, hi, my name is Simpson and I'm helping you maximize your time and talents as a growing small business owner, so make sure to subscribe for videos every week. So if you're a business owner and you have a smartphone, chances are you try to utilize that phone for both personal and business reasons. You want to make sure that you are being as productive as possible, even though sometimes you get sidetracked with TikTok. So today I'm going to be talking about all the apps that I love the most to help in my business. And some you probably have heard of, others maybe not. So I hope you find some helpful nuggets in this video. For email, I use both the Gmail and the Apple Mail apps. The way I like to use these is by keeping my personal and my business accounts separate. This kind of helps me have peace of mind when I'm trying to disconnect from business and just relax. So on the Apple Mail app, that houses all my personal emails, and on the Gmail app, I have my few business emails. I also just really like how the Gmail app looks aesthetically and how it functions a little bit better, so I feel like it's a step up to use it for my business accounts. Next, I do have a team of people who work with me on weddings for hair and makeup services. So for this, I like to use the Team Up app. I've used this app for about a year or year and a half now, and it was per the recommendation of another bridal beauty company owner, and I'm really liking it. It helps me keep organized for everybody's unavailability so that I know when I can or can't book them on weddings. It's all kind of color-coded, it's simple, and it's not terribly expensive. It used to be $10 a month, and now it's $12 a month. In conjunction with that, I use the Google Calendar app. So Google Calendar is my go-to for everything in my life. I used to be big on paper planners, and then I started using a Google Calendar in conjunction with a paper planner. That became very easily overwhelming, and finally I just converted fully, and I don't think I'll ever go back. Google Calendar is where I have my personal appointments. It's where I have any appointments through the business that I am on. It's also where I put all of the weddings and all of the jobs for everybody else to do. Google Calendar is one of those that is widely used in Connecticut's bridal beauty businesses. So it's really easy for everyone to kind of just hop on board and know where they have to be. Another app I use, which is less for my actual businesses and more for this venture of filming for YouTube, is YouTube Studio. So I really like this app because I can easily update the thumbnail, the description on the go. I can just quickly see how things are doing. Analytics are very clear, and it just kind of makes it easy to see. My only thing with them is it's weird to me that I have to upload shorts through the actual YouTube app instead of the YouTube Studio app. Another app I really like to use is Asana. So Asana is kind of an organizing productivity app similar to Trello, if you've heard of that one. They're both pretty similar, and it's just kind of a personal preference. I hopped onto Asana a few years ago, and I like it. It helps kind of house ideas that I'm brainstorming, courses I've done, team structure, like all different stuff that I need to kind of put in one place but also organize. And it also doesn't take up storage space on my phone or my iPad or anything like that because it is online. So it's really handy. I definitely don't use it to its full potential, but I still really like it. So then there's photo apps. So for these, I like Diptyque, which is the app I use to put collages together. So if I do a before and after makeup application or before and after lash lift and tint treatment, I like to use this app just to kind of like put them, side by side or top and bottom and things like that. Another app is Canva. I have the Canva Pro membership because I am a huge fan of Canva. It has helped me so much. It kind of simplifies everything and makes everything look great. It's like Photoshop for beginners, essentially, which that's all I really need. I don't need anything in depth, but I love that you can use different icons. You can upload photos directly from your phone. You can save it and upload it directly to Instagram or Pinterest or anything like that. So it definitely comes in handy, especially when I'm posting reels. I also like the Top 9 app. So this is just used once a year at the end of the year. I don't even know if people do it as much anymore, and you sometimes have to get different apps per year because they stop working. But I love posting what the top 9 posts were on Instagram every year. It's really intriguing. Then you have all of your basic social media apps. You got your Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I was even on Clubhouse at one point. LinkedIn, Alignable for more of the business side. And these are just like a necessary evil is what I call them. Social media can be another full-time job, which is why there are social media managers out there. I just personally don't have one at this point, so it definitely does feel like a job to me. And there are times I'm more on top of it, and there's times that not as great at it, but it definitely does help to promote the business and people can see our portfolios of work and things like that. I also have some payment processing software on here, so if I have to take some payments on the go, although it's kind of rare these days. I have the Square app. If you know anything about me and Square, you know that I love them. I did a video all about them, so you can check that out after if you'd like some more info on that. I used to run appointments and invoices through Square as well, so those are actually separate apps, which comes in handy if you use it. Now I just use my CRM Dubsado instead. More payment processing, I have Stripe, PayPal, WooCommerce, and Venmo. WooCommerce is more to track when I get orders from my product-based business. I get the little notification, I know when they review the products and things like that, so it's just handy. And then the other methods are knowing when payments come through. Another app I love is Google Sheets. Okay, so I don't know if Google Sheets and Google Docs are the same thing. Part of me thinks they're different because I'm pretty sure Google Sheets is green and Google Docs is blue. But sometimes people intertwine these phrases and they'll call Google Sheets Google Docs. So maybe someone has some clarification for me in the comments. But I like Google Sheets, the green one in particular. This is what I've used now for years. It kind of like was a slow start. And now I love it because you can share them with other people. They can make edits to the documents, or you can make it view only if you want. And it's housed online, so again, it doesn't take space up on your computer or anything. I just like it a little bit more than like an Excel or something like that. Feels more collaborative, and this is where I organize like all of the weddings that everybody's on. This is where my business budget with my business financial coach lies and just all that kind of stuff. So it's really become increasingly handy over the years. A couple other apps I really like are the Scanner Pro and the Tiny Fax apps. So I do have a regular printer scanner kind of setup. I also have a mobile scanner, which has really made my life easier if I have to plug it into the computer and just like scan things and don't want to like use the whole bulky scanner that sometimes doesn't work on me. But I like this more because I can easily scan a document on my phone and then I can email it to someone, I can save it, I can do whatever I need to do with it, but it becomes more legible and more clearly scanned rather than a picture. And Tiny Fax comes in handy because I don't have a fax machine. And there have been, believe it or not, there's been like 2 or 3 times I had to fax things in particular. Like one time was to the IRS because I could have waited like 30 to 60 days for a notice to come, and then it was this whole thing and fees add up and what have you. So they were like, you could just fax it within the next 24 hours. And I was like, got it. You do have to pay. It is, I think it's like a weekly, monthly, yearly subscription type of format. So what I do is essentially I pay for a week whenever I have to fax something, which is only like $5 or $6. I'll take it because again, I'm not really faxing things around here, but when you need to, you need to. Next, I like the Google Analytics app. So I do prefer looking at my Google Analytics on the computer for sure, because I feel like it's a little more in depth. It's a little easier to kind of see the whole picture and take notes alongside it and things like that. But it is just really cool, like on the go, if you're just like bored or you're just curious like how things are performing, you can just easily pull it up and see how your website's doing. Next, a few shopping apps that I use are Ulta, Sephora, Amazon, and Elibana Shop. So Ulta and Sephora are like makeup and skincare. Amazon, hello, we all know Amazon has like everything. If you want to see what my favorite product-based business things are that I've gotten off Amazon, definitely check out the video in the cards. But the other one is Elibana Shop, which Elibana is a brand for lash lift and tint solutions. And so all of these just kind of, again, make my life easier. If I need to order stuff for my businesses on the go, since they're beauty-based, these are kind of the shopping apps that matter to me. Plus, sometimes you get app-exclusive coupons, so look out for that. Last but not least is the Apple Maps app. That sounds really weird to say. But as you can see, some of these are not directly business related, but indirectly. And what I mean by that is it's just a map app. It's a GPS app. It doesn't actually directly have to do with my type of business. However, it's imperative because I travel all the time to people to go to their weddings and to work with them. And of course, I want to get there in the least amount of time with the least traffic, and just go to the right place, because a lot of times there will be addresses that I've never heard of. So my preference is Apple. I have used over the years Apple, Waze, and Google Maps, and I just prefer Apple at this point. I find that the traffic kind of updates in real time a little bit better, and things like that. So that's definitely important for me. Do not sleep on using Amazon to build your business. I'm telling you, you can start from zero, save some money, and get some good quality products on there if you're really looking. Check out my video to learn more.